Was sharing a pint in a Windsor pub with Prince William ever on your bucket list? For one lucky interviewer, that wish came true, and the result was a side of the future king few have seen before. Relaxed, genuine, and full of warmth, Prince William showed a lighter, more human side as he laughed over drinks, cracked jokes, and even zipped around on a scooter. "I'm always late," he laughed, "so I thought this might be the best way to get to my meetings on time." It's a scene that defies the image of a stiff royal. Instead, we see a man balancing humor with humility, someone open about the weight of recent family challenges. In his most candid interview yet, William spoke about navigating one of the hardest years of his life, with both King Charles and Princess Kate facing cancer battles. The prince reflected on the toll those moments have taken, both privately and publicly. "I think when you suddenly realize that the metaphorical rug can be pulled from under your feet at any time," he said thoughtfully, "it takes you to some pretty dark places, despite the immense pressure." William described how openness within his family has helped them cope. "We're a very open family," he shared. "We talk about the things that bother us and the things that trouble us. I'm so proud of my wife and my father for how they've handled the past year. My children have managed brilliantly as well." This rare vulnerability from the heir to the throne gives insight into the emotional strength behind the royal image and the importance of communication within the family. When asked about how the children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, have been handling the family's difficult year, William's face softened. He praised their resilience, calling them brilliant, and credited honest conversations at home for keeping everyone grounded. The interview also revealed lighter, more personal details about the family's daily life. William explained that the children are phone-free, emphasizing the importance of family dinners and togetherness. "We eat dinner as a family, always," he noted. "It's a moment where everyone can slow down, share their day, and connect. The world is full of distractions. This keeps us close." For a man destined to wear the crown, William seemed unconcerned with the trappings of royal status. "I don't wake up thinking about being king," he admitted with a modest smile. "There's so much to do right now that I'm focused on the present, not the title." His reflections on loss were equally heartfelt. When asked whether he missed his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, William paused for a long moment before answering. "I do, actually," he said softly. "I miss my grandmother and my grandfather, particularly when I'm in Windsor. For me, Windsor is her. I used to come around and have tea with her because she had the best teas ever. I always left well-fed." The nostalgia in his words painted a touching picture of simpler, more intimate moments with the late Queen, the kind rarely seen by the public. It was a glimpse into the depth of his affection and the personal legacy she left behind. The interview, filmed in February and now streaming on Apple TV+, showcases a different side of royal life. It captures William not just as a public figure, but as a husband, father, and son roles that clearly mean as much to him as his future crown. While the conversation stayed focused on family, duty, and modern life, there was one brief but noticeable mention of his estranged brother, Prince Harry. The interviewer brought up media and privacy concerns, a topic both brothers have long wrestled with. William's answer was measured but meaningful. "I hope we don't go back to some of the practices of the past," he said carefully, "the kind that Harry and I had to grow up with. It's safe to say that change is on my agenda." That quiet remark spoke volumes, a clear call for a new era of royal privacy and protection, especially for the next generation. Throughout the interview, William's tone remained calm, steady, and full of reflection. Whether speaking about his parents, his wife, or his children, he radiated a sense of purpose, rooted in empathy and experience. His journey, though privileged, is not untouched by hardship, as he discussed the weight of public duty. William emphasized how his upbringing, particularly under Diana's influence, shaped his approach to fatherhood and leadership. "Mom taught us about empathy, about looking beyond yourself," he said in a previous conversation, echoed now through his words and actions. That philosophy continues to guide him as he raises his own children in a world that often screams every move. The Prince of Wales also spoke about the importance of mental health, a cause he has championed for years. He acknowledged that the past year tested him emotionally, forcing him to practice the very values he promotes. "You learn to find strength in small things," he said, "in family dinners, in laughter, in a quiet walk outside. Those moments keep you steady when everything else feels uncertain." The tone of the conversation revealed how much William has grown into his role. Once known for his shyness, he now speaks with a quiet authority that commands respect. Yet, beneath that confidence lies a clear desire for normalcy to shield his children from the harsher realities of royal life, while preparing them for the responsibilities that come with it. As cameras rolled, William's humor shone through. Between heavier topics, he joked about his scooter rides and his tendency to run late. "I'm hopeless with timing," he admitted. "So, if I can make it to a meeting on this thing, that's a win." His laughter, easy and unguarded, reflected a man increasingly comfortable, blending duty with authenticity. The image of the prince sipping cider in a local pub while chatting about family life felt refreshingly real, a far cry from the grandeur of palaces and formal ceremonies. It's this balance between public image and personal truth that seems to define William's modern approach to monarchy. He also touched briefly on the evolving relationship between the monarchy and the public. "People today want honesty," he observed. "They want to know who we are, not just what we represent. That's why it's important to be open to talk about real experiences, real struggles, and real joy." This statement captures the essence of William's leadership style, one that seeks to humanize the royal family while honoring its traditions. It's a fine line to walk, but one he appears committed to navigating with sincerity and grace. In reflecting on his father's recent health challenges, William expressed deep pride in King Charles's resilience. "My father has shown incredible strength," he said. "He's approached everything with such dignity and purpose. Watching him continue to serve, even while facing personal trials, has been deeply inspiring." When the conversation turned to his wife, Princess Kate, his admiration was unmistakable. "Kate's been remarkable," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "She's handled everything with grace and courage. She's the heart of our family. Her support keeps us all going." It's clear that the couple's partnership forms the cornerstone of their stability. Together, they've built a family life centered on openness, communication, and love, values they're determined to pass down to their children, even as he navigates public duties. William remains deeply focused on preserving a sense of normalcy at home. "At the end of the day," he said, "I'm just a dad trying to raise 3 kids the best way I can. That's what matters most." As the interview drew to a close, he reflected once more on the lessons of the past year, a year filled with uncertainty, strength, and gratitude. "Life has its way of reminding you what's truly important," he mused. "Family, health, and kindness, those are the things that carry you through." From laughter in a Windsor pub to heartfelt reflections on love and loss, this rare glimpse into Prince William's world reminds us that behind the titles and traditions stands a man who feels, hopes, and perseveres just like anyone else. His candor, humor, and humility reveal a future king grounded in reality, one who understands the value of connection and compassion. And as he looks toward the future, William's message is clear. The monarchy may be centuries old, but its heart still beats strongest through family, resilience, and authenticity.